From a hurricane wiping out her family's home to earning a jaw-dropping $3 million in 2024, Anna Leigh Waters has turned life's chaos into an all-out domination of pickleball. Think Serena Williams meet Wall Street banker, but with a paddle. At just 17 years old, she's not only the sport's reigning queen, she's its financial leader, out-earning everyone else on the court. And yes, that includes the guys. How did a teenager go from weathering a natural disaster to cashing checks that would make most CEOs blush? Let's break it down. Hurricane Irma, September 2017. Chaos. Florida was in shambles, and so was Anna Leigh Waters' family home. They packed their bags and fled to Pennsylvania, where her grandfather's house became their refuge. And here's where the twist comes in. While they were dodging disaster, pickleball found them. Anna's mom, Leigh Waters, and her dad were introduced to the game during those stormy weeks, and they dragged 10-year-old Anna Leigh along. Let's be real, what 10-year-old wouldn't roll their eyes at a game called pickleball? But after a few hours on the court, something clicked. For 2 weeks straight, Anna and her mom dominated the neighborhood courts, volleying like their lives depended on it. Spoiler, it was just the beginning. Back in Florida, the Waters duo joined the local pickleball club, and someone, probably a bold stranger, signed them up for a pro tournament without asking. Classic small-town drama. At first, it seemed like a fun experience, a chance for Leigh to flex her Division I tennis skills. Then, reality hit hard. The pros weren't playing. They were obliterating. But this crushing defeat didn't deter them. Leigh and Anna Leigh turned the humiliation into motivation. They started practicing religiously, crafting their own aggressive playstyle that threw out the old rules. Forget the delicate, slow-paced dink game. This was fast, fiery, and totally disruptive. But before going any further, let's test if you've been listening with this relatively simple quiz. How old was Anna Leigh Waters when she first started playing pickleball? Was she A. 10, B. 9, C. 11, D. 12? Let me know which option you think is right. The correct answer will be revealed at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Now back to it. Imagine beating the person who gave you life, then having to eat dinner with them after. Leigh took it like a champ though. Instead of sulking, she realized her daughter was destined to take over. She became the youngest professional pickleball player ever. For perspective, soccer prodigy Davin Kimbrough went pro at 13, and even tennis legends Serena and Venus Williams didn't start their careers this early. Anna Leigh had them all beat. Now at 17, she's the undisputed world #1 in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. Over 36 singles titles, 31 women's doubles titles, and 33 mixed doubles titles later, she's accumulated over 100 gold medals. She's claimed more triple crowns, 24 to be exact, than anyone in pickleball history. In short, she's not just breaking records, she's annihilating them. Anna Leigh isn't just ruling the courts, she's stacking serious cash, with sponsorship deals from brands like Fila, Paddletech, Carvana, and even Cetaphil, because who doesn't need great skin? She's making more than her male counterpart Ben Johns, who will earn just above $2.5 million in 2024. Ouch! Her partnerships range from the practical, pickleball paddles and pain relief gels, to the downright bougie, Japanese skincare anyone? And let's not forget her role in popularizing the sport itself, as pickleball explodes in popularity, with courts popping up in neighborhoods like Starbucks. Anna Leigh is the face of this cultural takeover. She's not just playing the game, she's selling it to the world. In case the accolades and dollar signs didn't already scream queen, Anna Leigh's recent triumphs cemented her dominance. In 2024 alone, she snagged the women's doubles pro gold at the US Open Pickleball Championships and the women's singles gold at the PPA Masters. And this isn't a one-off streak. Her 2021 season was just as loaded with wins, including singles titles at the Newport Beach Showcase, Orlando Cup, and Texas Open. Even Forbes has taken notice, naming her to their 30 under 30 list twice. In 2023, she was the youngest honoree in her class. Forbes doesn't mess around, so you know she's a big deal. Let's talk about style. Pickleball, for the uninitiated, used to be a patient, almost meditative game. Players would gently dink the ball back and forth like they were in a yoga class. Anna Leigh and her mom said, "Now that's boring. Ever. Love it or hate it, you can't deny it's exciting." Today, Anna Leigh partners with players like Anna Bright and Catherine Parento in women's doubles, and the legendary Ben Johns in mixed doubles. Her mom is still her coach and manager, proving that even after losing to her daughter, Leigh is a team player through and through. And if you thought Anna Leigh Waters' dominance ended when she stepped off the court, think again. This is a lesson in how to juggle a million responsibilities while still crushing it at life. Let's break it down. First, let's talk training. Anna Leigh isn't winging it out there. Her success is built on a schedule that would exhaust most adults. 5 days a week, she's grinding on the court and in the gym, working on strength, agility, and the razor-sharp precision that keeps her ahead of her competition. And don't think it's just mindless reps. She trains with opponents who push her to the limit. Why? Because if you're the best, you have to keep proving it. Even when she's constantly traveling for tournaments, Anna Leigh tweaks her routine to make sure the grind never stops. That's next-level commitment. Speaking of travel, Anna Leigh's passport, well, her US map, is probably as worn out as her pickleball shoes. Her tournament schedule has her hopping from state to state, competing at the highest levels, and making it all look easy. Take May 2023 for example. She teamed up with Jack Sock, a tennis legend dipping his toes into pickleball, for his debut at the PPA North Carolina Open. Did she let the pressure of playing with someone new throw her off? Not a chance. The duo walked away with gold, proving that Anna Leigh can adapt to any situation and crush it. But her life isn't made up of solely paddles and trophies. Anna Leigh has somehow found a way to squeeze in school too. While most 17-year-olds are stuck in classrooms daydreaming about their next break, Anna Leigh is homeschooled. This setup lets her balance academics with her hectic schedule, giving her the flexibility to ace both tests and tournaments. In 2022, she and her mom made history with the first nationally televised pickleball match on CBS Sports. Not only did they play, but they also won, because of course they did. This was a win for Anna Leigh and a win for pickleball, catapulting the sport into the national spotlight. Since then, her face has been everywhere, and for good reason. She's become the unofficial ambassador for pickleball, making it cool for everyone from weekend players to corporate sponsors. And let's not forget, she's still a teenager. When she's not smashing records or making headlines, Anna Leigh loves binge-watching TV shows and geeking out over Marvel superheroes. It's the kind of thing that makes her relatable, even though she's redefining what it means to be a professional athlete. So what's next for Anna Leigh? She's considering delaying college to keep her foot on the gas in pickleball. And honestly, why wouldn't she? With a life that balances relentless training, world travel, academics, and just enough time to unwind, buckle up, because she's not done yet. Anna Leigh Waters picked up an entire sport and carried it to the big leagues. She's not just the world's richest pickleball player, she's the reason pickleball is in the spotlight in the first place. And at 17, she's just getting started. If you're not paying attention to her now, don't worry, you'll hear about her soon enough, probably while she's cashing in another massive check. And for everyone who stuck around, the answer to today's quiz question of how old was Anna Leigh Waters when she first started playing pickleball is A. 10. Anna's mom, Leigh Waters, and her dad were introduced to the game during the stormy weeks of Hurricane Irma in 2017, and they dragged 10-year-old Anna Leigh along. Let's be real, what 10-year-old wouldn't roll their eyes at a game called pickleball? But after a few hours on the court, something clicked. For 2 weeks straight, Anna and her mom dominated the neighborhood courts, volleying like their lives depended on it. With all that out of the way, this video on 8 new pickleball rules you need to know in 2024 might just save you in your next match.